Hello everybody, Obsidianman1788 here, and we're going to be learning how to build. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to learn how to build modern houses, but first we have to go over some of the basics. Now, most of you people probably know this, but this is just for the little beginners. Like, this is a really obvious one. Which one looks better, this or this? Now, this one is pretty good, but not good all the time, and I'll show you that in a sec. It basically, oh my goodness, get out of here. I'm gonna do this game. Sorry about this. I just don't want them all over the place. Oh, oops. Mob spawning faults. There we go. So those little buggers though. Okay. No. I'm really sorry about that. So what you see here is this absorbs more light and gives it more three-dimensional depth in a really kind of like different world where it's pretty much like it's hard to like. It's pretty obvious actually. This one doesn't absorb as much light, so it looks kind of bland. What we're gonna do is first we're gonna also talk about is the like what mixes, like what blocks go together. Now some of these two really go together. They're the same color, they do the same thing. These two go together, and even texture of the block itself, like the if you change the texture pack, this might not always fit with this, but in normal Minecraft, the textures fit together. But then you don't want this. You really don't want this. This is kind of iffy, and this definitely does not fit whatsoever. So we've already gone over that, and you can see even in these buildings, even in a village itself, you can even see the glass panes, you see everything. Villages are actually a pretty good example of a certain type of building, like ancient, well not ancient, like medieval style kind of houses. But we're going to talk about modern houses, because I've never seen a tutorial for modern houses when I was first learning. So what we're going to start off is we're first going to go over one really quick thing about modern houses. Now most houses, when you're building them, I'm just going to make a little quick house here. Really small, quick house. You also want to worry about dimensions as well, like how many blocks go across here if you want it to be perfectly symmetrical. Now, I've seen some buildings, and that's not the case. They always are uneven, and it really is not that professional. So what you want to do is, you want to make it look professional. Now, I just ran into an issue. I want to change the dimensions, I'm not sure. Because now I ran into an issue where I'm going to put the glass panes and stuff. I know what to do, I'll just not do that. So, let's do that. So, as you see I can do is, most of you know how to like build basic stuff. Now, the reason I'm doing it in creative is because it's easier and quicker because I don't want to take forever trying to gather resources and stuff. And then, 2, I don't like using cheats to get the materials because I think it takes longer. And I just want to get ahead to it and get started. I want to do something. There we go. And now basically this house is really bad. It looks too much like a block. Now modern houses, you can do that, but you always want to add a twist of somehow. But here's what I'll show you. This is really classic. Most people do this. It's like one of the like main things you do in the Minecraft world that really changes it and gives it a three-dimensional feel to it. So, dang it, I made it wrong. So you just build like a house, and we're gonna make it exactly the same as that, but with a twist. You guys want to make it like a box with a twist. It's basically the best way to do it. Now, the reason I made this all in one world is because I didn't want to have to go around the trouble with going from world to world. It should just take forever. And the reason I want to build the house in front of you guys instead of speeding through it is because I want you to see how you do it. Like, how, you make it all fit. Did I do something wrong? Just making sure. I thought I did something wrong in the other house. I have OCD, so everything must be perfect. Everything. So it looks the exact same as the other house, except I'm going to add a little twist after I put this here. So here we go. Now this is gonna make it look really more three-dimensional because I'm making it pop out. I like to call it popping because you're making it pop out. So, but there is an issue. It pops out too much, and it's also not as realistic. So you can just put little pillars. So you're just mixing blocks together. This house is pretty bland. Didn't have much texture to it. So if you want to add that, well, I'll show you that in a sec. So we basically have it like that. And looks fine. It's an alright house. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Now, if you want to get bigger, sorry about that. That was never mind. So if you want to make it bigger, what you have to do is like this, and we're gonna add some more to this house. Keep on changing this house until it's some professional house. We're gonna take all the same materials and then change them, like every type of material, the design, the everything, until we have a really good house. We'll have tons and types of houses. Now what we're gonna go over in this series is kind of like the basics. How to make it fit with your terrain, and just basically everything. Like, we're gonna go over everything that I know. Which is a lot. But, because I've been playing for like 2 years. It took me a while to learn all of this. I thought tutorials would help people more, because there's not very many of modern houses. And I'll show you more just in this part, or season. I'm gonna show you how to do modern houses. Now, modern houses are pretty cool, and they're really futuristic if you like them. And they're easier to fit with the terrain, I'll tell you that much. Because you can shape and twist and make them look amazing and stuff like that. So basically change them so that they look, well, better. And so it's back to the blockhouse. Okay. And we're gonna go back in and add the same thing that we did. Keep on doing what we were doing. And then, oh, this is a little close. We're just gonna keep on rebuilding. Sorry about this. I just really badly want to show you guys how you do it, because I think it's important. It's really gonna be worth it, hopefully. So now I have that. And here's something, a really cool technique that I use all the time. Break all this. Dang it! Oh, I forgot to put in a floor. Oh, whatever. This is just an example house, so I don't really care. That's where somewhere where I get that color. You make another room actually pop out, so a whole entire another part of the house. It's popping again. Now, I'm starting to run out of time, so I have to hurry. But so now you know that you can always do this. Something I use tons. If you see my iron houses, I use it all the time, and I think other people do. Now we're also gonna go over shape, but I'm starting to run out of time, so I'm just gonna put in a floor to just show you how to add color. So I'll do that. See? Now in a while I'll turn it to daytime, add some lights. So it has to be perfect. I'm sorry, but it has to. But I'm not going to put in interior design because I just want to show you that later. Besides, I'm still running out of time, and I'm going to say that again and again and again and again. Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. Yes, I do have a bad sense of humor, but here we go. Now, this is nothing compared to the other things that I can do. It's not amazing or anything, but I'll show you in other things, like in other episodes, like amazing, like good stuff. Oh, I know what the issue is with this house, and didn't make this wide enough. That's why it looks so weird. After I do this, I'm going to stop it and just tell you guys a little bit of what's going to be going on in these episodes, in this series. Oh, oops, wrong thing, wrong block. This will make it look better. Let's see here. Keep on going, keep on going. And just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? Yeah, I had to watch that movie. Long story, like really, really long story. Dang it. Sorry about this, but don't want it to be uneven because that's a bad example. So now we're finished. Ta-da! Now, I'll show you how to make better things than this. This is only the beginning of the series. It's going to end up really showing you how to make better stuff. I just want to show you guys the basics about, like, how to make, like, something turn out of a block and turn it into something better. Remember, popping. I like that term, popping. That's what I'm going to call it now, popping. Popping. Awkward silence. So yeah,